doing what I want it to do, hopefully. Okay. Okay, so I'm at it's the Guilford County, what is this office again? The Department of Social Services, is that right? DSS? Okay. And, Miles? Alright, cool. So, do we need to verify with somebody that those signs are not actual
No, sir, I mean,
legal?
You don't have to verify what's fine with me. I mean, I'm just an enforcer of the Guilford County policy.
Okay.
And then if you want to re-talk with one of the people that you just talked with, you're more than welcome to. But at the end of the day, like I said before, like I said before, which they're just, like I said, as far as the cameras and everything, they're more in the rules and everything. As far as the statute that come with it, I cannot say that. I'm sure that there probably are. But at the end of the day, they know more about it than I do. I'm just the enforcer. That's all.
Okay.
I enforce it. They are the ones who, well, as far as the ones who implement it, I enforce it.
Okay. But you don't question it whether or not it's, before you go to enforce it, you don't question whether or not it's moral or helpful or even legal?
Well, sir, actually,
yeah.
Now serving Joshua Lee. Please proceed to window 2.
Sandy 17793, Sandy 17793.
So you guys know what's going on. I'm in Guilford County Department of Social Services in High Point, North Carolina. I think it's on Russell Street or Avenue. I don't know if it's Avenue or Street or what. Came in to ask some questions about the services they provide. They got me into a room over that way somewhere with to find out like how do people apply for health care, like what information is needed, like if there's no income, how do you provide zero, like how do you prove that? Basically prove nothing. So some interesting questions, and the lady at the service desk was nice and answered the questions. And then on my way out, I was actually setting up my poncho to put on for this rainy day outside, guys. They said it's supposed to be raining until like Thursday. They said there's no recording allowed in the building, and I asked, well, who's saying that? And they said, well, there's signs. I said, well, let's go find out what the signs actually say. Are the signs codified? Is there a regulation or a statute that says that? It should have it on there to say if it's got any kind of quote legal authority to it, right? And so the guy, I think Miles, that was here talking to me when it first went live, he went out and read it to me and verified there is not an actual statute or regulation or code attached to it. And he read there's a sign that says, no weapons permitted in the building. And he read that one had a codification on it, like something from the county code or whatever. So that's something like that. Something like that would say that it's on the books somewhere, and that some legislative body approved it. Doesn't mean that it's okay. It doesn't mean that it's actually moral, helpful, or even legal or lawful. It doesn't mean it passed constitutional muster. It just means that some group of people somewhere else wrote it on a piece of paper and voted for it. So that's where we're at right now. I think they're trying to figure out what to do. Like, if they're trying to contact somebody else in the county to find out if it's legal or lawful or what, and what they can do about it. So.
Speech on. License. HPR News Waiting Room. Austin V. Will you be my YouTube subscriber?
AB squared. HPR News. Blue Ice. Blue Ice is. There we go. I think I switched the camera. The back camera. Give me a 1 if you guys are looking at people in front of me instead of me. Give me a 1. All right, I got the 1. Thanks. So it did switch it. Cool. It was, I guess, facing me with the screen facing me, but I think the back camera, the one that you guys are looking at now, is better quality than the selfie cam. I could be wrong. I have no idea. It makes sense to me that it'd be a better camera. John. I'm gonna turn the headset off because I know the audio is not as good when my headset's on. You can hear me okay, but you can't hear what else is going on in the room. So let me just turn my headset back off for you.
Speech off.
What's that? Oh, okay. Is that you there, Miles? Miles, you here? Yeah. Did you guys figure that out yet?
Sorry, sir, I'm just sitting right here.
Okay. But you don't have any instructions like to kick me out or anything? Okay. Are they trying to figure out if that sign is enforceable? What's that?
No, you should say, sir.
Okay. Because, somebody tells you you can't do something when you know that you can, then you want to try to clear that up, right? Especially if somebody else says that they're going to use force to make you do it. You know? So, we need to talk to one of those ladies that was here to make sure that they get clarification, or if they have clarification, then that's cool too. You want to help me find one of them to clear it up?
Yes, sir. I have to do more to here right now.
Okay. All right. I'll just wait with you if you're cool with that. You cool with that? All right. Maybe they'll get us some answers here in a minute. Give a chance for the rain to die down. A lot of people can just kind of go with the flow, you know? Don't really think about things and question whether or not they're right or wrong or helpful. I know it's not normal for somebody to question the rules or whatever, so I think it's a healthy thing to evaluate, like, why we do things, and especially if somebody's ordering you to do something, you know? To understand the why, I think is empowering. Good morning.
Now serving Joshua Lee. Please proceed to window 7. Now serving Genesis Otero Monet. Please proceed to window intake. Now serving Joshua Lee.
Check out this side over
Please
here.
proceed to window 7.
Hello? Anybody here? No? people. Like they're hiding. Like, maybe somebody at the county probably called down and said, hey, you don't want to do that. I don't know if you guys have been calling or not, but, the position was, you can't record in here. There was about 3 people around me, 2 ladies that like management or staff or whatever, and Miles, that's terminated as a security. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means, private security or like North State police officer security or, off-duty law enforcement person that's working in security. I have no idea what that means. I didn't really ask him. He hasn't been really forthcoming and talking to me. So he was when he was trying to tell me what to do, but when I went outside with him and he read the sign and didn't have a code with it, and I pointed that out, like, okay, well, that's not really a legal thing, is it? And then he came back in and it's been real quiet ever since. So just want some clarification from somebody about what's going on. Good morning. All right, how are you? Maybe we can go to the desk up here and ask for one of those managerial people to come back and clarify this. Maybe they can withdraw their claim that you can't record. Do that. Yeah, I want to talk to one of the ladies that was talking to me a minute ago. Like their building manager or coordinator or something like that. Just need to clarify something.
No, this is Vanessa. I'm fine.
Now produced, Leopold approved. Please proceed to Windows 7.
Basically, no. I don't know, he's right here now. Yeah, he's right here at my window right now, is what I'm saying. He's standing in front of me, talking to me.
Yeah, somebody from management.
Whoever you spoke with earlier.
Yeah.
Shirley or me. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Somebody said.
Oh, cool, thanks. We got Shirley or Tamica. Try to get out of everybody's way. Morning.
Now serving Johnny Piper. Please proceed to Windows 3. Now serving Class D. Please proceed to Windows 2.
So we got Shirley or Tamica that's supposed to be coming to talk to more people. And then the Guilford County Department of Social Services in High Point, North Carolina. full street or avenue, I don't know what it is. And, have some information about how people can apply for the health care. And then, on my way out, those two ladies, Shirley and Tamica, along with, Mr. Miles, I think Miles is his last name, I don't know, said that, there's no recording in here, and that I can't be recording. There's signs everywhere. I think the first thing she asked was how well I could see. But, I actually answered your question. I told her. But, yeah, not well enough to read stuff. So, after they said there were signs that said you can't record, no recording permitted in the building, I asked, well, where are those signs? Can somebody read them to me? He said they're all outside. I went outside with Miles, and he read them to me. And, you know, he said there's no codification.
Please proceed to window intake.
You know, there's no statute or code or regulation attached to it. No quality control. And so I said, I think before that even happened, I asked them.
Please proceed to window 5.
I asked them if they put up a piece of paper that said no praying in the building, or you can't wear a crucifix, you can't wear a cross around your neck, or any other.
Kathy Hedgehog. Please proceed to window 8.
You know, any other sign of a religion, you know. Would that be allowed? Could people follow that? Should people just automatically give up their freedom of religion because of some piece of paper on a wall? And I think they're all like, well, no, that's silly. Exactly. The same amendment covers freedom of religion, covers free speech, covers freedom of press,
Please proceed to window intake.
freedom of assembly, freedom to address or redress grievances. We're doing a little bit of each, actually. You guys are assembling in this lobby right here with the magic of the web, and we're using free speech to use language that we're probably not familiar with, probably don't like, because it's calling them to account, calling them to think about their actions, and whether or not it's moral or helpful, or even legal to enforce something, just because it says that kind of words on a piece of paper hanging on a wall. And so that was the last word I got from them is that, you know, you can't do it, and Miles said he's going to enforce it. He said, I don't know why, I don't think about it, I don't write it, and I just enforce it. So we talked about, you know, just following orders and 1940s and all that, Nuremberg trials. And then after that, he got real quiet. So he hasn't really been communicative to me since then. But just waiting on them to verify that those signs are illegal or unconstitutional, and their suggestions or policies here for the building, their suggestions to the people. I would say that it's criminal. I'd say it's a conspiracy to deprive rights under 42 U.S.C. 1983, you know, it's communicating to the public like you don't have that right here, and the actions of the personnel from the management down to the enforcement arm is co-conspirating. They're co-conspirating to follow this unlawful constitutional signage policy that they have posted outside. So that's where we're at. Just trying to. We asked for Shirley or I forgot the other name to come out and clarify, to verify that they actually are incorrect about their recording policy here. We haven't even brought up ADA today. I haven't even brought it up. So they've actually been helpful with that. They help guide me to counter and stuff like that. So we just haven't had the impetus for that. I'm just trying to get clarification. So,
sir.
Hey,
How you doing?
is that?
Who are you in here to see today?
Currently I'm waiting on Shirley, I think,
Shirley?
or one of the other ladies.
Okay. Or waiting for what?
Well, who are you in?
Security here, Lieutenant Bowen.
Okay. So you're like private security, or
County security, yes.
what does that
Private.
mean?
It means I'm a citizen.
Not
it
like,
means I'm a security.
not like law enforcement
No, not law
personnel?
enforcement, but I'm security.
Okay.
So I'm asking, who are we here to see today?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
Or the other lady. I don't know. I forgot her other name. There's two ladies that came out and talked to me and said there's no recording in the building.
right, there is no recording. You're free to use it, but
Mhm.
you can't go around recording everything. You're live streaming right now on Facebook. It's a privacy issue for people coming in here. You have foster kids and you have people coming in for support. They don't need to be, or probably don't want to be, broadcasted all over the internet.
Okay. So let's clear it up. Let's get one of the managers out here to come out and recant the statement saying that there's no recording in here, because clearly there is recording in here.
No, there's no recording. You can use that as a device,
Mhm.
as your seeing aid,
Okay.
which is what you say you need to use it for. People will know. Yes, sir.
Now serving, on your seat. Please proceed to window 3.
So they're doubling down, sounds like. They wanna go with the signage and not with logic or common sense. Yeah. So you guys want to give them a call over here with the Department of Social Services in High Point, North Carolina, and on Russell Street or Russell Avenue, I don't know. I know that they're trying to demand that people don't have freedom of the press in the lobby. Or in the building. I think it's the whole building or something. So, find out if we can get them to recognize that they're putting words on a piece of paper. One, doesn't make it moral, isn't helpful to anybody, and actually in this case is illegal. So they can do it in a legal manner, but it's still, just because it's legal doesn't mean it's moral.
Now serving, Michael Golden. Please proceed to window 8.
So I think they all huddled over here to find out what's going on, the huddle. Excuse me, miss, do you know if Shirley's coming out, or the other lady?
What services did you need to sir?
What's that?
I understand you're waiting for Shirley.
Mhm.
Why? What is it you wanted to do? What services do you need done today? And you need to stop recording.
Why is that?
Because I explained to you before, it's a privacy issue and you have people with social services. It's a legal issue as far as them. They don't need everybody in the mother knowing that they come in here for support or need help. We
Because-
have foster kids in here and
Right, you said it's a private issue, this is a public lobby, right?
It's a simple privacy issue.
But there's no assumption of privacy in public.
Okay. It's not an assumption that's going to be broadcasted all over Facebook, trying to have your business private in a building that you have to go to.
Can you do the services on the phone or on the internet?
I don't know.
A lot of them you can't, so you don't necessarily have to do it in person. There's just options, right?
I don't think so.
And-
We have to come in and have it done. But anyway,
But-
that's beside the point. The point is, it's a privacy issue and after you stop recording, we're glad to help you with any services you need here.
Okay. There's,
Feel free to come in and you can still carry the equipment. You can't record, you can't broadcast on Facebook like
okay.
you're doing now.
Says who?
Says the legal department.
The legal department? Okay. Okay. And so the follow-up question would be, if I refuse, then what?
You'll be asked to leave.
Okay. And if I refuse to leave, then
We're
what?
glad to help you with whatever you need done today.
I got you, but if I refuse to leave and refuse to stop recording, then what?
Well, then CPO will have to, ask you to leave. If you don't, trespass. You'll order them if you don't have any business.
I have business. I'm trying to talk to the manager that gave me false information.
Okay.
And I'm also recording what's happening with public money and public property.
Okay.
This is a news story, like checking up the matters of public interest for the public, right?
Okay.
So that people know how their money's being spent, money that's being taken from them
Right.
against their will, being spent on stuff and people that want to be held accountable. So I think it's a pretty interesting news story.
Well, that's the issue we're at.
Okay?
The news story, you'll be glad to talk with people.
Hmm?
Record if you're doing the news and talking to the person, you can record that person.
Hmm?
That's called an incident.
Okay.
But you can't just walk around recording everybody walking in here and taking their own business.
What? Really?
Yes.
Why?
The signs are, we ask you at the door. Signs at the door, and since you can't
Do you guys-
see the signs,
okay.
we have told you.
Do you guys have security cameras in here?
Yes.
Do you let them know that you're recording them?
And it's not, yes. The sign's supposed to say that.
But do you ask for their permission? Okay. Do you guys, can you control that footage?
Yes, and we do not
You
post it.
you can
It's not
control that
public
footage?
view.
Oh, but you can get that. People can absolutely get that footage. It's open to public records.
The lawyers can get it and police can get it. We will not give it to public.
Right, but people can put in a public records request and get the video. It's subject to public records.
Okay.
So you're doing the same thing, but complaining because I'm doing it. Why is that?
Because I'm not broadcasting on Facebook for everybody and their mothers.
I'm not either. Okay.
You're on Facebook right now, broadcasting.
No, I disagree.
Sitting there watching.
Yeah? On Facebook? Well, I'm not on Facebook, so. Okay,
So the point is,
yeah,
that's your,
yeah. I'll show you. You want to see the camera? I'll turn the screen off for you so you can see what it's actually doing. It's not Facebook. Would that help you?
well, whatever
I mean,
form it is, Facebook or whatever.
okay. So you can see that it might not be Facebook. So if you're wrong about that,
Likewise, you're on the internet, folks.
could you be wrong about
You're
this
on
being legal?
You're on the internet.
Okay. Right. It's a news story. It's a live broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now you're the subject of investigation.
Right. So,
Yeah.
right now, just handle the business.
Uh-huh.
We'll be glad to escort you wherever you need to go, but you can't record while you're doing it.
Okay.
If you
And
don't have business here.
but I am. This is not a factual statement. I can record. I am recording. At least I think I am, right? I believe I
Well,
am.
you think you can, but we cannot allow recording of that sitting here. We cannot allow people to broadcast everybody's business.
Okay.
Right? That's been
Well, if you don't want people's business in the open, then take people back behind doors where their business can't be heard. That makes sense? Create privacy if you want privacy. That makes sense? When they're calling people's names on the intercom, you can give them a number instead. You can give them a ticket and say, "We'll call your number. If you don't want your name to be broadcasted, to the public." Yeah. There's ways for the way that operation is done to create privacy for the users, for the customers. But the way it's currently set up, it's not really done that well, right? We can go sit in the lobby. Can people take pen and paper and write down everybody's name and information and social if they hear it? They can do that, right? Not broadcasted, but if you're sitting in the lobby and the lady's asking for that information, which they do, right? People, oh, I totally hear it. Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're saying no recording devices, well, a pen and paper is a recording device, right? So there's no pen and paper. Okay, but is that a law? Okay, and who's subject to that?
People who come in the door and read the rule says, like I said,
Well,
the Department of State does not have recording devices.
But they're incorrect, sir.
Okay. Well, that's between you and the legal department. Until then, it's my job to ask you.
Okay. So you're not going to get Shirley or the other lady, the other manager? I asked for them, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago. The lady here at the counter, I don't know if it's the same lady, one of the ladies at the counter, was talking to somebody. It sounded like they were gonna come out and talk to me.
What was the other name? Shirley or somebody?
Maybe with a P, but, I don't know. One of them said she's like a building manager, building coordinator, something like that.
Okay. Well, Shirley's not gonna talk to you because you're broadcasting on the internet. She doesn't want to be on the internet.
Okay.
So you turn off the recorder, so you let talk to you.
So there's nobody that can do their job and address the public in a public manner?
That's not to be on camera, so
Okay.
that's a personal preference. If
Sure.
you don't want to
That's
be
good.
recorded, you don't have to.
Yeah, if she doesn't want to work in the public eye, then she can find a job in the private sector,
Okay.
right?
So what's it going to do?
I still want to discuss whoever the managerial position up here, they came out and told me I can't do this, which is just factually incorrect.
Okay. Well, like I said, that's whatever factually incorrect assumptions you're making, that is between you and legal.
Well, do you believe that I'm currently recording?
Yes.
Okay, so you say that I can't, but I am, so isn't that a contradiction? That's a factual contradiction, right?
Okay.
So can't means it's not possible. It's an impossibility.
Not all.
Okay, that's different.
Okay.
Okay? But I don't need allowance. I don't need permission to do something that is a freedom, right? You have a freedom of the press.
Right.
Okay. So this is being live broadcasted. This is a live news story.
Okay.
So you don't need permission for a freedom. Does that make sense? That's a logical consistency, right?
Right.
Okay. So you're saying if I'm not allowed, that means there's no freedom of the press. Are you making that claim, that there is no freedom of the press here?
Not saying that. I'm
Okay.
saying that
Then we agree. Then we have an then we have an understanding.
But they
Cool.
can't record.
Okay. I thought we had an understanding. But bummer.
All right.
Okay. Somebody said set and match. Liberty Free, what's up? Yeah, you can't be trusted. I don't know if they could ever be trusted. Right, Crispy, what's up? Somebody said checkmate. Well, checkmate would imply that the game's over, and he said he'll be right back, so it's more like pause. Maybe logical checkmate. Maybe he ran into a thing where cognitive dissonance like hit him in the face, and he didn't have any other avenue to go with it because the logical inconsistencies like was evident. But it was a nice conversation. Like I enjoyed that. Like you know, pointing out that words matter, right? Because they want to say words on the wall. You have to follow because they're words on a wall. Well, if they're saying that words don't matter, then why? And their whole claim is debunked, right? But words matter. So if they say you can't do something, but you clearly can do something, the question is, if you can do it, if it's possible, if it's a possibility, is it causing harm or damage, right? Does it have the intent to do that, right? And so you have those things to consider. But then you also have to look at the legal thing. Is it legal? Just because somebody puts a piece of paper on the wall with some words on it that says, no beards, does that mean I have to shave my beard before I can come in? Or I get thrown out because I have a beard? Right? If it's public property, if it's private property, still there's discrimination laws and stuff for that, right? But I'm of the belief that if it's your property, if it's private property, then sure, you can say no beards. Like, discriminate whoever you want on your property. I don't care. People don't have to go to your property. If people spread word that you're discriminating. If you have a business for a reason, say no beards or no blind people or no natives, then word will spread, and then people will choose not to go to that establishment, and it will just shrivel up and die. You don't have to use law, like discrimination laws, to enforce that. People will self-correct. So people will recognize that it's not healthy or helpful, and who wants to do business, where the business people discriminate against people. So. Hey, furry. Thanks. Hey, Ken. The beard. It's in its infancy. It's coming back. I don't know if I'm gonna make it burly again. We'll find out. No, I don't need a payment for education. Education's free. That's why the email is insightisfree. Information is free. We're in the information age, people. You don't need to pay for information. The control over secret knowledge is dwindling. The colleges and universities are in their death throes. That's why they're charging people an arm and a leg to try to get the secret knowledge in university, when you can get it online for free. You can do some research and hunt through libraries and use the dark web if you need to access other libraries and books. Like, there's ways of getting information for free, and educate yourself and help educate others for free. Like, information's always been free. It's just people have been trying to control it and then keep people under control or enslaved because they have lack of information, lack of education, and lack of understanding. So, wake up, America. It's really simple. Like, I'm out of here as soon as I talk to one of these managers and verify that it's simply a policy and it's not a law that they've checked, right? So it's not enforceable. So that's the news story, people. Like, are they willing to admit that when they tried to force me out, that they were in the wrong and that they have no legal authority to do so? We simply recognize the truth, recognize the facts, and we'll be on our way. Just, you know. Ken, yeah, we might do the suit. Well, hopefully, we try to resolve things peacefully at the lowest level possible, and change it that way, Ken. Like, but if they beg and beg and beg, like Guilford County keeps begging for suits, then maybe they're going to get a couple of them. We'll find out. Federal courts, yeah. Maybe. After how long? After how many years and how much money? You know. Yeah, several logical fallacies going on. Hey, I don't necessarily claim to be the representative of all visually impaired people, but I do advocate for people with visual impairments, people with hearing impairments, people with mobility impairments, like any disability. Try to get equal access for people, and you know, yeah, no, they come up to the camera. So the whole putting camera in faces thing is funny. Like, they come up to me. The court of public opinion.
I'm Officer Carter. What was your name again, buddy?
Hi.
What's your name? Just so I know who I'm talking.
Whatever you want. I'm really not partial to names.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's call you Blind Justice.
All right.
All right.
More people know me by that than anything else.
So what I'm here with Lieutenant Bowen. He's with Guilford County Security. I'm actually a police officer.
Okay.
And he's Guilford County Security for the building.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, potato. Hands off, bitch.
We can accommodate you any way that you see necessary.
Okay.
Just let us know what you need to do.
Uh-huh.
We'll get you back to a worker. We'll sit you down at a desk, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, due to some of the staff being uncomfortable, as well as the potential to record somebody who doesn't need to be recorded, i.e. children, women who come in here for services, stuff like that. We're going to ask that you
Careful, Ellen. And also, please, I wish people would say that more often.
live stream on YouTube if you don't mind.
Okay. Who are you again?
My name is Officer Carter. I'm with North State Company.
Carter. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm still waiting to talk to Shirley or the other building manager. Or...
Sorry, potato. No one needs to be recorded before time with medium skin tone with middle finger extended.
Recording live stream.
Okay.
Now, she'd be more than happy to talk to you if you turn the recording stuff off. Other than that, she doesn't feel comfortable being
Chief and Jenny, this is basic cops not enforce the law.
just because if you go back to her office, you know, it's her office, there's a lot of privacy stuff in there.
Sure.
Don't need your information out there as well. We're trying to respect your wishes.
Sure.
Also, so.
Yeah. There's no interview room or that she'd feel more comfortable talking in, or hallway.
And maybe Martin Perez, the sexual blanket ban on secret audio or video recording is unconstitutional when the person being recorded is a government official or a police officer performing their duties.
So, like I said, we'll be more than happy to accommodate you any way you want. Like I said, we'll guide you back there. We'll get you to a close meeting room. Other than that, as far as that goes, they're not comfortable talking to you as long as you're going to be live streaming using your recording device.
So no recording devices whatsoever?
No recording devices whatsoever, no, sir.
Right. So if I wanted to record,
Be square, insightisfree@gmail.com. If you'd like to email Blind Justice.
They're denying me the use of recording devices for note taking?
We will be more than happy to accommodate you any way that's reasonable, other than recording devices. If you need somebody to sit back there and tape record it for you, if you want somebody to transcribe it, I'm pretty sure we can figure out some way to help you with the notes.
So, but
And maybe Martin Perez, the sexual blanket ban on secret audio or video recording is unconstitutional when the person being recorded is a government official or a police officer performing their duties.
I'm just letting you know that as of right now, that Miss Shirley and the other workers here.
Justice. Any way that's reasonable other than recording.
Also, we do have signs posted on the wall out here that say, this is a property that we request that you don't record any kind of live stream or anything.
Okay. But those signs are just requests, right?
Well, it's set up by the business. At the end of the day, this is a business. It's a public
And maybe reminding you lose qualified immunity by violating federal law.
Right. So there's plenty of case law talking about being able to record public entities in the official capacity, right, for public interest, and the freedom of the press.
Really free. Tell you once all cameras turned off while you're in the building.
Right. So this is for news, like you said. It's being broadcasted to the internet, so it's a live broadcast, live news broadcast. Hopefully, it's still going. And so that's all. Just want to talk and clarify that as soon as we can clear it up with the management.
Welcome, McKinney. What's up? While the recording gets for Big Brother when you just drive down the street to those that exclude women and children, not cop class don't need to be recorded.
That's written on the sign. Just like if they said, no praying in the building, it'd be equally a violation of the First Amendment, right? Freedom of religion. But it would just be a suggestion.
Okay, so at this time, are you going to stop recording, or are you going to...
Sorry, potato. I feel sorry for you with this. Justice, I get so mad at these people that we see.
I'm willing to talk to the manager, yeah.
They're not going to talk to you as long as you're recording.
Okay. Well, I record for a few reasons. One, for the news, to let people know. And two, to my notes. Like, I can't take physical notes, and my memory is really shot. So I take that for a disability accommodation for effective communication.
We will accommodate you anyway.
Sorry, potato. Don't touch him.
Okay.
If you've got staff members that don't feel comfortable being recorded, as well as areas to record, this is, like I said, they've got notes posted up on the wall. No recording inside the building for safety reasons and all. So we'll accommodate you any other way. But
okay. How do we do that? How do we accommodate me taking...
That's going to be with the workers in the back. Again, that's not my place to accommodate. I'm
okay.
ADA.
All right. Well, you get the ADA coordinator, and we'll talk about how to do that. The disability coordinator, we'll talk about...
All those security cameras in there recording all those women and children. Ulysses. Gene Martin, tell him you don't feel comfortable not being able to see and remember. Jack Brown, Howard Square Police Blue. What a legal activity are they up to that they don't want to be videotaped? 4 question marks. In my opinion, only criminal government officials don't want to be recorded. 4 periods. Sorry guys about the
Oh, sure. Sorry about the video work there. And audio was probably trouble, but I was trying to change my battery in the GoPro. Here's the funny thing, guys. Like, you see this thing I've been messing around with, making noise with? This is the poncho because it's raining outside. I literally was on my way out. And I stopped to put a poncho on, and then two ladies came out saying they're building manager or something, and trying to give me directives that tell me I can't do something. So like, why? Like, I was almost out the door, guys. Like, I was probably 20, 30 feet. 20, 30 feet from the door, trying to put a poncho on because it's rainy outside. And then they decided to do the whole thing. So I'll come over to this side so that to ease their concern about, recording people coming and going. So, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, hi there. This is a concern with people's privacy that they demand all kinds of information from people here, and they record people without their consent. And so it's like, are you really concerned with people's privacy, or are you just trying to enforce your feelings? We're not to that point. Like, we're trying to. We're talking. Rice Krispie. Cool, man. Hey, She Devil. Thanks, Mrs. Justice. Public employees, that's right. All right, Ken. No, I don't want to give anybody a disability. I'm trying to help people learn to live with it and help everyone else learn to live with it. It's like, you try to learn how to use different tools to live with disability, and then other people say you can't use those tools. So you're learning to live with it, but the society, or the enforcers, or they're trying to make it so that you can't. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. I think somebody was Steve and Jenny. Appreciate that, Steve and Jenny. Hey, good morning. Yeah, they have no idea what to do with the law. It's like, do what we say. What do you mean? You're not doing what we say. Oh, no. What do we do now? But guys, the law is the same thing. Just because it's written on the books, it's the exact same thing. It's just a group of people somewhere else that has more fancy titles, more fancy clothes, and a more fancy building, wrote on some fancy paper, says you better do this or not do this or else. So just because it's a law or a statute doesn't mean it's right or helpful. Like, it's the same thing. It's people trying to control your life. Just a guy having fun. Hey, thanks. Hey, Brian. Thanks, Bob. Making history. well, just kind of recording history. And it'd be relatively uneventful if they didn't insert themselves, literally jump in front of the camera and say you can't record. Like, really? Hey, Don Shaw, what's up, man? Cool. On Wolf, hey. Full of lithium. Fluoride. Yeah. Brain sand is another thing. We can talk about brain sand later. I think I may have talked about it on the other videos. Ken Dalton, hey, what's up? Yeah. Hey, Joe Black. Yeah, I think you guys are helping. Just trying to get some resolution. Make sure they understand that you can't just write something on a piece of paper and put it on the wall and then try to enforce it. It's not moral. It's not helpful. Definitely not legal. You know, if they put something on the wall with no blacks, like people would be outraged, right? You don't have First Amendment. You don't have freedom in here. You're here to get in the system to help us control you. Give us all your information. Fair shake. Hey, Heather. Hey, appreciate you too. It's illegal to wave a flag on the corner. Some places have some crazy statutes and ordinances. Yeah. Good morning. Hey, thanks. Safety man, all right, thanks. Hey, Mike. Yeah, Furry.
Please proceed to window 5.
This is the treatment. Yeah. Hey, good morning.
Please proceed to window 8.
I know it's early West Coast time. Breaking news from the East Coast. The county attorney assured me that they're following all ADA guidelines. Oh, man.
Please proceed to window 6.
Thanks, Barbara. No, I don't need to pat people down. I just anticipate that people are, you know, either armed or capable of defending themselves, even though most people probably aren't. Hopefully, people will learn to take charge of their own security, their own defense. Hey, Furry. Yeah, Rainbow Love. Yeah, Rice Krispies doing some good work. Yeah. It'll be an epic team up, Furry. And Brian, yeah, I know. Just trying to get simple accommodation. Like they don't realize that the gatekeeper doesn't determine the accommodation.
window 5.
Yeah, blue ices. Come on. Oh, behind me, huh? This way?
Now approaching from Exit Hill. Please proceed to window 1.
Right's crispy. Hey, appreciate it.
We have Patricia Dixon on the way, the ADA, she's gonna be talking to you.
Okay. Thank you. Or she over at like courthouse?
Yeah.
That's just like a block that way, right? Block east?
Don't know, don't have to.
Come on, man. That's easy. I have to have it all mapped in my head. It's a kind of necessity, you know? Well, between that and this really fun app I have called Blind Square that it gives me distance direction. Like when I'm walking next to my phone is jostling with my hand, or if it's in my pocket, it gives me GPS. It pings GPS like where I am at, and it'll be like subway 9 o'clock on your right, and 50 meters. It's really cool. Really great app. It's all GPS data. Like I don't get any visual interface with it. But I mean, everybody takes it for granted when you're driving, and because you see all these signs and stuff, and most of the time you recognize like the symbol, or you recognize the color scheme or whatever, and then you don't even necessarily read the whole sign. You're like, oh, that's Lowe's, oh, that's Subway, oh, that's McDonald's, whatever, right? You're not actually processing the words, but some part of your brain is, so you're getting that feedback visually, because 70% of the computing power of the brain is dedicated to the visual cortex. So when you have visual issues, the brain actually starts to rewire and listen to the other inputs, the other senses. Why people say, well, your other senses get better. It's not that your senses get better, it's that your brain kind of repurposes that visual cortex. Hey, so they actually said Patricia Dixon's on the way. That's the Guilford County backup ADA coordinator. And I thought that was for the court system, right? So we have an issue here. Like, if that's, they only have 2 for the entire county, for all building in the county. I know you're listening, Mr. Jim Secor from the the county legal department. Like that, it's just not compliance, man. You you guys need to reread the ADA. You need to have ADA coordinators. I think it's if you have 15 employees or more, to have somebody trained, do ADA training. Having 2 for the entire county is unacceptable. Those are, as far as I know, state employees, not county employees. I'll have to ask. They work for the AOC, the Administration of the Court, which is a state-run thing. At least that's what I was told from the county management office. So if they give me incorrect information, I'm trying to get their records. We'll ask Miss Patricia Dixon where I do records request on her training records. How about that? Since I submitted an email to the primary, which is Stephanie Wallace, something like that. Liberty Free. Yes, I'm at the zoo. It's more like a circus.
Management. Please proceed to window 8.
Hey, thanks, Liberty Free. Yeah, right. Hey, Marine, Vietnam, thanks. So the courthouse is literally 1 block east of me, and Patricia Dixon's on the way. Maybe after this we'll walk to the courthouse and time how long it takes to walk. A block. Hey, Chris. Hey, Fred from Liverpool, UK. International news now. What's up? Hey, what's up, Otto?
Now, the next one.
540 people watching live. All right. Good morning. A megaphone. I don't need a megaphone. Hurry. Your trip. Hey, Umberto. Hope you're doing well down in Puerto Rico. I know the earthquakes are crazy. Hope everybody's safe. And you guys getting help with shoring everything up, getting people treatment if they need it. Their shake. Hey, Robert. Good morning. $544. On hold. Yeah, I'm on hold today. We're all on hold. All okay? No, we're still waiting on some answers. They're still. The last I've heard is they're still claiming there's no recording.
With Patricia,
Yeah.
and she said that y'all have a meeting on Tuesday.
Is that I have a meeting with her?
No, with she's probably gonna be in on it.
Waiting is free. To all you rights violator watching, you can hit the thumbs up or down for freaking dummies.
Concerning everything and so in Greensboro, you've been advised about all that already.
With the courthouse. This is not the courthouse, right? Is this part of the courthouse system?
It's county.
Right. The courthouse runs through the state.
Waiting is free. WTF is one of these people.
They have different oversight. Actually, Patricia Dixon's not. I don't believe she's a county employee. I think she works for the AOT, which is a state entity.
Right.
So this is county. County has some oversight for like security and things at the courthouse, but not necessarily.
Waiting is free. Mr. Free red heart. Happy face with happy hands.
So this is an issue right here on this side. Do you have an ADA coordinator for this location?
The county AD. All the sites.
Okay, so you're saying you do not have a coordinator.
Mr. Boss, harassed. Denial of Darlene Marie.
Okay.
If it's
All right.
you, I don't know who it is.
Okay, well that's a problem, right? So we need to sort of figure that out.
The county, ADA coordinator,
Mhm.
talk to you, they said we cannot talk to you. Your meeting on Tuesday.
She devil. High red heart.
For the courthouse. Like again, that's a whole different system, right? This is a whole different entity.
Well, it's gonna be the same thing, and talk to them about it. Same issues here.
Well, there's actually different issues. Some are the same. There's some overlap, but that's with the court.
King zombie. More life. Ellipsis. Shocking.
You're saying there's a judge's order telling her not to come talk to you? That's what you said before.
We have to talk to you until the meeting.
Okay, the judge is ordering the
Liberty free. GM. Bonus nothing but a rent a
meeting for the 14th.
It's not.
Wow. Okay, man. I mean, and if you prefer like
on some press. It doesn't have qualified immunity because he is a video.
your insight on this, does this seem right? Does this seem like
I mean,
just on a surface level, even if you don't know anything about the law, like does it seem like this?
Matter Senate. Someone please teach the law.
You know what I mean?
I'm on mine, and that's all I've got.
Yeah, I hear you. And that's kind of what my
No problem. HR. 3 exclamation marks.
orders, and we had the whole Nuremberg trial discussion with that. That wasn't a good excuse for the Nazis in Germany when they were just following orders, torturing people. I'm not saying that you're doing that. I'm saying that mentality will ultimately lead to that. Speaking to
Thomas Wow. New ADA coordinator.
murder, you know, and work, thinking that I'm just following orders and this is okay. Like not even thinking about my actions or the ramifications or the justification or any of that. You know, it's destructive and it's taunting and
Free potato. Hey, Tammy.
kill themselves a day, you know. So that's not a path that I want anybody to go down. So just speaking to you, man to man, like, and if you want to go get beer sometime, we can talk more about that. Like, hey, you know, how do we live out our morals? How do we live out what we believe? You know,
rubbing hands to sign himself today.
following orders, is that healthy? Is it moral? You know, somebody orders you to beat me. Are you going to do it?
Gary Emery, wonder why the mainstream media hasn't picked up on much this venture to find equality.
Somebody orders you to throw me in chains and drag me out. Like, are you going to do it? You know?
Well, like I said, the ADA will be able to speak with you on Tuesday during the
But that's for the courthouse system.
The tattoo cupcake. His body language says it all.
Somebody, the coordinator for this establishment, which is the Guilford County Department of Social Services, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Surely it's not somebody that's paid from the state to do the court system.
Liberty freak, text to speech.
Completely different system. Hopefully, maybe you can send that back up and let them know that they're not in compliance.
Now, certainly, keep the match.
News now, Tammy Linlin. Order we can talk more on Tammy's recording.
There we go. He's so close because he doesn't want everybody to know that they're trying to kick out a blind veteran for doing a news story and trying to get equal access and have notes to talk to the managers about their illegal policies. Yeah. They don't sleep at night because they don't think about it. They don't recognize the cognitive dissonance. They're running a program. The programming says what I'm doing is right and good, and I'm honorable, and fighting for your country and fighting for your freedom, and all these things. But the propaganda is part of the psyche, part of the brainwashing. It's just a program. They don't question it. They don't question the thinking. They don't question the programming. They don't question the status quo. But when you do it, you do it in discourse. You do it in a civil discourse. You do it with Socratic method. You try to bring it to the front of their attention. They're forced with that cognitive dissonance. You can feel the energy shift. You can hear it in the vocals. You guys can probably see like facial body language, like they're wringing their hands or moving their body because they're uncomfortable with it. They're trying to squirm away from the reality that what they're doing is against what they believe, but they haven't considered it. But you bring it to the attention. You hit the brakes on it and say, you have to face this. Yeah. Make the cognitive dissonance real. Make them face it. I'm at the Department of Social Services in High Point, North Carolina. It's on Russell Street, Russell Avenue. It's like I'm a block away from the courthouse. The bald eagle is on the phone behind me. Oh, is this hey, it is a window. That's nice. Yeah, it's the Lady Macbeth out damn spot out. It's this psychology, like they feel guilty. They got to wash their hands of it. Pilate washing his hands. All right, cool, thanks. Got him in frame. Ground control, Major Tom. Hey, thanks, Gina. Yeah, they know it. They know it goes against their own conscience, their own set of morals and ethics that they thought they were following. But when you bring it to the forefront, you make it conscious for them, then the programming like hits a stop, like it's like either it ramps up and then it goes speaker. It goes to the reptilian brain, right? They jump into fight or flight, and they say, "Oh no, now it's being challenged. I'm being attacked. My whole worldview, my whole paradigm is under attack." And so they go into this defensive mode, fight or fight, and that's when you get these crazy reactions where they start yelling or going hands-on like really fast, right? Because they don't want to think about it. The cognitive dissonance is too much, so that they perceive that as an attack to their whole paradigm. Whether they recognize it consciously or not, most of them I don't think they recognize that. It's a subconscious thing. And so then it triggers the fight or flight, and then they start going, all aggressive. Hey, good morning.
Sir.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Tamica.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to know that I posted
What our doors that you cannot be filming inside.
Okay.
Here's a copy of our policy.
Okay.
Ignorance flip. Security code is 6 from 3 months.
What form is it in?
There's an app on the phone that you can actually scan, and it'll read it for you.
What's that?
What is what?
What app?
You have, so you can read documents.
Yeah. So it's in a...
1080. Finally, someone answered the phone line recording the call to community business. Justice is blind justice.
No, it's printed.
All right. Okay. So,
It
but...
will actually leave unless you have official business
Okay.
related to services or cash.
All right.
Matter damage. It costs 4 auto mechanics the world with details.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
Documenting what the public officials do for matter of public interest on public property.
Not in this building. What I'm talking
Mike Taylor. Nice catch. Raise thumbs up.
in the case
Yeah.
for services.
Okay. Well, this is official business. Like, the news is official business. The public needs to know what's
This is
happening with
not
the tax
what
money.
we conduct here.
Okay. Well,
When I say case,
Unsubscribe. I love your face when you mentioned Nuremberg. It was like an archetype flow crashing.
child welfare,
and it's Tamica, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Do you have official
So-
business?
Yes. Yeah. So are you guys maintaining that this policy is enforceable?
Yes.
Is it lawful?
It is.
Okay. Do you have that law? Do you know what law it is?
It's there.
Point time. Keep running away from civil rights and striving for justice and integrity in ourselves and others.
Do you know the law has it in here?
Yes.
Is it like a, do you know if it's a state?
Jeffrey Jones 2000. Teresa K. was stuck in 2010. Elizabeth. Still recovering.
What's that?
Are you refusing to leave?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to do business. Can you help me understand what this
Your
says?
app.
My
Your
app?
Use your app on your telephone.
Well, I'm recording or at least I'm trying to record, so I can't do both at the same time.
Well, turn your recorder off and look at your app.
A minor accident. What is this building?
Yeah. I don't feel safe with that.
Okay. So, since
Yeah.
you don't have a
I mean,
pending case,
surrounded by people, you know.
Since you
So
don't have a pending
I think you
case,
understand, like, the safety
or
concern,
related
right?
to the services that we have in this building, our requirements to protect that individuals and
Ray O'Brien. He's using an app.
outweigh your right to film. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, sir. You have been asked to leave by Ms. Allen.
We'll be free. Now something when the city worker is going to take what your rights are according to the policy.
I told you what your rights are as far as the building goes. So if you would, I can escort you to the front door if you refuse to turn your recording device off. You don't have services here. Which
I do.
You don't.
What? No, I
Charlene Marie. At Word Up TV at Priceless Channel of both channels.
Services that they conduct inside this building.
I'm trying to establish what this policy is, right? And if it's legal or lawful.
She just told you.
No, she didn't. She told me to read it, and I can't read it.
Page B. Oh, it's reading the comments. Got it.
Does that make sense? And I'm still waiting for the ADA coordinator to help with the accommodations.
She is in control of this building. She has asked you to leave. So I'm going to ask you.
Okay. This is public property, right?
If you're
1080. This asshole looks like I just filed from phone number.
And we established-
Just like she said,
Yeah.
due to the safety of the people that are actually conducting business here, that's official business, conducted in.
Regina Madison. She did this to 12 years also. She's retired. Free for severe case.
Turn off your recording device and you can conduct business if you're here for business that's conducted inside the building. And if not, if you're refusing, then I'm gonna ask you to leave. So she has already.
Okay, I'm not refusing. I'm
Here's Roland. If you look
trying
silent.
to establish what's going on. I want to know what this paper says that she just provided me and she refused to read to me.
Lady 49 Diane. She has no business continuing to talk to him.
For a disability coordinator to assist with that or to provide some kind of reasonable accommodation so I can understand what this paper says, right?
Lieutenant Bowen, he's gonna be able to.
Mike Taylor. William, not blocked.
Spoke with another ADA coordinator on
Yeah.
Greensboro.
Okay.
And she told us to hold on a minute. She's talking to legal right now. Just finished talking to legal. She's gonna call us back.
Yeah.
Charlene Marie. Business. Justice Leader. Here. Question mark.
Because just, qualified immunity is out the door. You know qualified immunity, right?
Correct.
All right, are you?
Don't know, don't care.
Okay.
I'm just
I
telling
think you
what-
should care. Qualified
Right, I'm
immunity
telling
means
you what now.
that you can be immune of
Unsubscribe. He's a wheel. So he needs to be aware that his qualified immunity is gone.
being civilly liable meaning I can come sue you
Okay.
for your actions, right? But that's out the window when it comes to violating.
1080. Martin Harris, the Adams, official case like defend on secret audio or video recording is unconstitutional when the person being recorded is a government official or a police officer performing their duties.
No more legal right now.
All right.
All right, so just stand by.
Yeah.
Anything else that you need while you wait?
Liberty free. Legal will be justice ignorant. They believe in real powerful.
I don't feel comfortable while you're live streaming to YouTube.
Okay. All right. I don't feel comfortable either.
Okay.
Like.
I do apologize. I'm not trying to make you feel
New York Card for 1973. On Federal Music 2018 memo in layman terms, you must obtain permission from the approved from within.
I get close to you to talk to you. I don't feel like I'm yelling.
Yeah.
across the room.
Yeah. So you don't have to be.
And
You know.
I'm further than arm's reach from you. Actually, further than arm's reach from your
Okay.
camera. Your camera's actually about 6 inches.
Carlos Stalaka. One no compassion for someone disabled.
You know, you're talking arm's reach plus probably another.
Yeah. Yeah. But
So
but you guys.
I'm outside what a reasonable person would,
Well, I'm.
perceive as.
Yeah, but I'm. You know, my back's against the wall, and I had people. You know, all the way around in an arc. You understand that?
What would you like me to stand?
Which of Palabras? Your text to speech is covering up everything that is being said. I cannot make heads or tails of anything being said that is cost for you.
Well, he's actually
The other
moving
guy.
away, so you've only got one person around you.
Okay. Okay. He's not lurking over there.
I mean, he's standing in the office, but I mean, that's
Okay.
it's our office space.
All right.
Mr. Barsour harassed. 3 feet is all it takes. Is that right? So we can be 3 feet from top to the right.
Yeah, like I said before, it's probably gonna rain till about Thursday, so.
Well, I was gonna put this away. I'll keep it out.
Lava boost. Phone is modified to fire cops that pretend to do the job. Princess, Justice. 336641300.
Now serving, Benny. Please proceed to window intake.
All right, people.
Brian King. Justice, what is happening? Question mark. My speech to text is going bonkers. It's not catching what they are saying. 3 question marks.
Liberty Freak, the PD or the guy that's claiming to be a police officer works for a private police in North Carolina, North State, something like that. So it's the same company that the police / security at the courthouse. You know, those guys, same company. Hey Jeff.
Now serving, Management.
Oh man.
Please proceed to window 5.
Put this back on. Hey Pamela. 700 people. All right. Yeah. Oh, you dropped something.
Now serving, Brianna Moore. Please proceed to window.
Yeah, have a good day.
Now serving, Kayla Jeffrey. Please proceed to window intake.
Constitutional Cowboy, good morning. So you,
Now serving, Dominion.
Lava boost. Slightly active. WTF over. 336, 641, 3. Phone call.
Carter? Yeah, that'd be me.
so let's try to talk this through and understand. If
Tab. Ella. Alba is watching.
resolution, we don't come to an understanding, then what? Are you guys gonna force me out of the
I
building?
mean, it's ultimately up to whoever's in control of the building. It's gonna be Tamica Allen or whoever.
868, NM.
I'm here to enforce law.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so if you're asked to leave,
Mhm.
if you're asked to leave,
Yeah.
and you refuse to leave,
Okay.
You trespass at that point.
Okay. So let's maybe you can, if you have time, you can look up the trespassing law, because it says if you're on the property of another, right? That's the language in that. This property is public property, meaning it belongs to the public.
It's owned by the county.
Right, which is the public, right? Okay, so that means that as part of the public, this is still my property, as much as it is the manager's or anybody else's property. So you can't trespass somebody
What's going on in here?
from their own property, right?
If you're not here conducting business, that's where you get into it. You're here, you're not able to reach a resolution as of right now. Like I said, we're trying to get that situated. We've got somebody down here to assist you with what we can.
FedEx, the short guy wants to go hands-on. You end up when Mike was shouted.
So
So
that's
somebody,
what we're holding. We're not holding down right now.
somebody to assist me, you're still trying to get an ADA person here?
They're on the way.
Okay,
My understanding.
okay. But just on.
Word on TV, by qualified immunity, 700 of us are watching.
In any other scenario on public property, like the way that the statute is written for trespass is on the property of another, right? If it's public property.
You know, just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna take this is totally unrelated right here.
Yeah.
You know, as far as official.
Wait, well, Brian, he's trying to conduct business. There is nothing.
What we do conduct in here, as far as other things that.
Sure, I understand the sensitive nature. I
So,
understand that.
you know, you may have children, you may have women.
Just if you're honest, well, I wish I was there with him.
That don't need to be put up on YouTube, and that's what you're doing, you're live streaming YouTube.
Okay.
We've actually got people now calling in, threatening because of what you're posting on here.
Really? What are the threats?
I'm not sure, I was just told they're calling in here and hitting up the call.
Brian King, a debt trader, are they telling him out? Help, hard to hear and do that well. Every time he talks to someone, I speak to text, go just trying to understand them.
I've seen you online as well, so I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we're not totally oblivious to, you know, people that go around and try to expose things and things are doing, you know, what's in their best nature to do or what they feel is right.
Yeah.
Liberty Free, WWWAA.
There is some security
I got it.
issues here that need to be addressed, and when you're live streaming, you are putting other people's lives.
Point trend, speaking the truth is free. Let's keep money away from truth and justice. That we should never use the lights to fight for truth. As an to our own bank account.
That's the stance the county wants to take, then they can have
Odero Rose Garcia, it states, except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directed supplier or federal court order rule prohibits it. Persons entering or on federal property may take photographs of.
Does that make sense? So then all business that is conducted isn't in the public purview?
That's county, that's,
Right.
you know, like I said,
Right.
There are software benefits. Google, free exclamation mark. We have to deal with consequences of our surrounding actions.
No, I hear people's concerns, right? That's why I'm over here, like, this is staff, right? Or you have to have security to go through that door? Okay. That's why I'm over here, not like over there, like trying to get anybody coming.
Ignorant flip, dead not, just reply servants.
Over here, you was aiming your camera straight back to the open door.
Which door?
The one that's directly in front of you, it's 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Christos Palabras. He said people are threatening. Don't shoot at people. That undermines the police education project we're doing.
That was an issue.
If it's open, then they didn't close it, right?
Opened briefly.
Okay.
Again, you know, you're talking
Sure.
about security. That's one of the things. You had posted yourself.
King Zombie, mass audit. They failed the audit. Trying to save 2.2 suppliers with these fire spaces and this YouTube info on them. And protecting on sidewalks and trying to be corrupt MSS house with yours. S. Internet, national life people.
Right.
There are security issues.
Sure,
in place.
but then you can implement better security, right? That's not on the people, right? It's kind of like, you do a security audit, you know, what's that?
Tom, hello. They think you can see.
I mean,
Yeah, sure.
we could raise taxes and charge taxpayers more.
Or-
Facilitate the buildings and
Nah,
make it, you know,
yeah.
secure as you wanted, but.
Ignorant flap, at Bob D. Fire.
We're doing what we need to do. Like I said, we're here to assist you any way
Yeah.
possible, within reason. And right now, we're just waiting.
What's that?
During this month, that voice, what, yeah, going to do when the coordinator comes for you. Free exclamation mark.
So how is reporting a security issue? I still don't understand that.
Now serving.
Using your app, and you said you're on Blind Square.
Yeah.
Using your app is not an issue where your live feed is to YouTube.
Odero Rose Garcia. Space occupied by a tenant agency. Commercial purposes only with written permission and authorized to see the occupying agency concerns. S.
Please proceed to window 3.
So what you're doing is you're,
Odero Rose Garcia. MC. Building entrances. Lobbies. Foyer. Corridors. Or auditory and for news purposes.
you can have no, it does not pick and choose who you're putting out there. You can't just say, stop it here and start it there. You don't have that capability.
Mike Taylor. Show support by hitting the like button. 3 thumbs up.
You know, somebody comes in here looking for services, somebody comes in here needs help. There's no way to say this person, you know, doesn't need to be seen.
Right.
You can't stop that feed.
No, I get that, but how is that a security issue?
Darlene Marie. See you, Tim in.
Different if somebody was running, into a, you know, a shelter or something, and you were
Just here, audit. You all smash the like button.
shelter filming.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
You're filming people going to the shelter.
Right.
You know that.
But is that illegal?
New York Hardcore 1973. That's Odero lobby. 4 A's in the exterior of the building. Pastor Rose is no longer the lobby. Or TT DHS now you must obtain permission from the approved within in order to go further.
You're still posting yourself up. It's just a privacy thing, man.
Okay.
You know,
Sean Antonia. Auto sent me over. How do you all happy face with top hands?
my best to explain to you.
I understand the privacy. I think I understand that.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. You want to give as much privacy as you can to people. You want to make it as publicly accessible as you can as well.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, we're waiting on.
Princess. Justice. Department of Social Services. Guilford County. MC. 336641300.
If you need anything, just let me know. Other than that,
Speech off.
you know,
Please proceed to window 6.
we're holding that.
Yeah. All right. yeah, just something to think about with the trespassing. It's property of another, right? And this is public property, meaning I'm a part owner of this property. You can't trespass somebody if they're an owner of the property, right? So there's been case law on that too. So just to help you not step in it even further.
And I'm
Yeah.
not gonna disrespect you, I'm not gonna just walk
Yeah.
away from it, but I do have other things.
Sure,
to do.
no worries.
So,
You got you.
I do appreciate
Yep.
it.
Now turning. Please proceed to window.
Yeah. Hey, good morning. Insightisfree@gmail is email. That's correct. Oh yeah, they're fishing. I can't hear when the headset's off. Okay. I thought usually it's the other way around. Usually when the headset's on, you can't hear. $800 people from around the world. Yeah, they know Ursula Fat Lady puts me in jail. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully they don't want to go that way, but we'll find out. Yeah, all you gotta do is purchase something in their gang territory for them to steal a part of it as taxes, and that I'm sure some of that funnels to the children.
Window 5.
Man, if they don't have a county coordinator, if they don't have coordinators at each of these buildings, then what other county buildings do they not have ADA coordinators at? You know? So maybe we just need to go to every county building that we can and find and ask to speak to their ADA coordinator. That's right, Jim Secor. Secor, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, dude. You guys are definitely not in compliance. So he said, there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. He's the county attorney. He said, oh, we're in compliance. He said, I'm really good at calling balls and strikes in the legal world. Because I said that you have a long way to go, Guilford County. To come in compliance with the federal law. And he said, oh, we are in compliance. I'm like, I don't think so, buddy. Hey, Jeff.
Please proceed to window 5.
Oh, sorry, Chris. I will, yeah, my bad. Yeah, live chat's pretty quick. Hey. Thanks for that gift. So Tamica came out and she's like, "Here's the piece of paper that says that we can do it legally." I'm like, well, your signs don't have any codes on it. It's not been codified. It doesn't have any statutes or codes or laws or regulations. I'm like, this pamphlet that you just handed me, does that have it? And she's like, well, use your phone to read it. I'm like, well, I could potentially, but it's hit or miss. So just to be clear, guys, the app I have isn't 100%, right? The technology isn't perfect. Like, so it jumps around and it doesn't necessarily read it in order, and it doesn't even pick up all the words. If it's the font's weird, or if it's, you know, spacing's off, or even the lighting in the distance that it takes the shot to do it, that's why it's not the most reliable, right? Neither is having them read it, but at least having them read it, it's them claiming what it is, you know. And so they can have OCRs, they can have technology that do that. That would be a reasonable accommodation. I would accept. They have somebody that wants to use their phone and do it as an OCR. They're like, turn off your camera, tell your phone to stop doing YouTube and use your app. I'm like, well, I don't feel safe with that. I literally had guys on either side of me, and they were about to, you know, use force to throw me out. So. And nobody wants to read stuff to a blind man. Like, oh, your phone can do it. Well, yeah, potentially, if it's working right. And even then, it's not 100%. But it also means that using that recording is, hello. You know, using that app would mean I'd turn off the recording, and that's not a safe situation right now. People that are threatening violence against me. Oh man, you guys are funny. Yeah, the women and the children. Yeah. Yeah, no ADA coordinator on site. They said they have to go through the court system. The court system is not even county, like it's state. They're state employees. So does the county have no ADA coordinator? Is that the claim? They confirmed there's no ADA coordinator for the building. That's an ADA violation there, Jim. Greensboro. I'm sorry, we're in High Point. We're in High Point, North Carolina, the Department of Social Services on Russell Street or Russell Avenue, something like that. The guy said Carter said he's on the live stream. They're probably listening. Hey, what's up, guys? Over 800 watching. All right. What's taking so long is they don't know the law, and so they don't know what they can. If you want to come out, the guy in Winston, you want to come out, come help, that's cool. Yeah, I know they're watching it. They want the batteries to go out. I've got to back up. And I don't mind crawling on the floor feeling the walls for outlet either. Yeah, the problem is what's taking so long is they're scrambling to try to find an ADA coordinator, and they're realizing, oh crap, we don't have one, which is a big violation. And the one that they claim they have is works for the court, the two, Stephanie and Patricia, I think. So it's actually not a county thing; it's a state-run thing. Those are state employees. Hey, Miss, thank you.
Now serving Debbie White. Please proceed to window 1.
1 hour, 42 minutes, man. And I didn't start live. I came in and asked questions about how do you apply for health care. They put me in the system, and I went through the thing, and went to the counter. The guy actually, Carter, was nice, helping me, guide me through and calling out obstructions. I mean, at first he grabbed my backpack, which isn't the best, but he verbally was doing good. Hey.
We've advised you, and we're advising you now, you cannot record in the building.
Okay.
You cannot record in the building because we have to protect the children and adults here that are obtaining services.
Mm-hmm.
If you have business here, as far as the services provided,
Mm-hmm.
if you need to see someone, we will accommodate you.
Okay.
Your needs by escorting you to that area that you need to go to.
Okay, what about note taking?
Sure, they'll work with you as far as probably a voice recorder or whatever. You just keep it going.
Okay, but 70% of communication is nonverbal. So if they're telling me one thing, but they're rolling their eyes at me, you know what I mean?
And we can work with you if you have business here that you need to attend to. And
Okay, so the ADA coordinator, do we have one? Is the one coming down to work this out?
no, she's the one that told me to tell you this.
Okay, and who is she? What's
Yvonne Moebs.
Yvonne? She works here in the building? Okay. Is she for the DSS or what? For one, she's the ADA coordinator for what part of the county? What department? And it's Yvonne. What's the last name? May? Moebs. M-A-B-E. Okay. Do you have a contact information I can contact her? Or she wants to call down and I can talk to her?
That's for y'all to discuss. You can speak with her Tuesday. That meeting. I believe. But that's where we're at.
Okay.
Stop recording. We're trying to protect adults and children that come in for services.
Okay. But
Escort you and accommodate your needs.
okay, not recording. I can't take notes via recording. Okay. Do you have a department?
Whoever you need to talk to, and if they're comfortable, the person you're talking with recording, once you're in the privacy of that room, then they'll probably work with you.
Okay. Do you have a department head that made that determination?
I got that call from Yvonne. She got that information from legal.
Okay. So the department head is the people who, according to the ADA, can refuse accommodations. I think that's right. But so if you've got that, I would like to talk to that person or an ADA coordinator to discuss, you know, that you guys are refusing to accommodate. So, does that make sense? Do you have anybody like that? Okay. That's for the courthouse. So that's why I'm. Okay. So. What about the option to insist? Yes. Mhm. Yeah. Currently, I'm trying to identify the ADA system and who's here according to the ADA that's supposed to be helping me with the accommodation. It's not security. Security is not the person that's supposed to help with the ADA. There's a department head or a coordinator that is in charge of that I would like to speak to. And so that's currently my business, is addressing these issues, right? And also doing this news story that you guys are acting the way you are towards a blind veteran. So.
We can escort you to where you need to go if you need to see somebody related to the services in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
Okay. With services in the building, does that include information, like getting information? Right. It has to do with how the building is run, policies, procedures. No. So nobody here can answer any questions about how the building is supposed to run or how people get services or anything like that.
People get services, but they have front desk, so
Mm-hmm.
what services they need, and we direct them where you need to go.
Okay.
Come into the recording.
Okay. Well, I disagree.
Okay.
Respectfully, like, I mean, I know you guys are in a tricky situation, but trying to get resolution, trying to highlight, you know, via the news that what you guys are doing to the public.
Have services as far as services offered here.
I do. That's why I'm here. I didn't pull it out of the hat. Like,
What services do you need?
oh, this thing's yelling at me. So, all right, what'd you say?
I said, what services do you need? You said you needed services.
Yeah, I'm trying to get information about the services that are provided here, like to know what exactly is provided, how people can get access to it, what are the different ways they can get access to it, if there are any obstructions or obstacles to getting those access, which clearly there are currently, because blind people can't do it and use their assistive devices without being harassed. So.
We can accommodate those needs by recording everything.
But I can't record. You're telling me I can't record, right? Yes. Okay. So you're saying that, but that's not accommodating. I can't take physical notes. So it's not just blindness. I have memory problems. So I need to be able to record and
Well, you don't record video.
Why? What is blindness? Blindness is means that there's an issue with the visual system, right? The camera or the eyes are nothing more than a camera. So to say that I don't need a camera is like saying you don't need eyes. Mhm. Yeah, notes of the entire thing. Notes of the process from here to there, like notes of in between, notes of the encounter with the person. And if people that work here are you know, yeah. No, I will accept the accommodation for recording. But you're not the proper authorized person to deny my chosen accommodation. Legal's not the proper authority either. So, does that make sense? Like, you guys are following, like, not following the law, and you're trying to enforce feelings. I'm just asking you guys to honor any oath that you may have sworn to uphold the Constitution and just use some common sense and common courtesy, and let's get some resolution You know, Yvonne can talk to me if she's over this building for the ADA coordination, which previously said there was none. So, well, I would like to continue to try to get services here, and I need recording devices as a reasonable accommodation for effective communication under the Americans with Disabilities Act. So if you are saying that I cannot do that, deny me service because of my assistive devices, then that's on you. That's the line that you're drawing. But.
Now serving Tamica Brown. Please proceed to window 2.
Ready? Sir. Sir, if you guys have business, we need you to leave.
I've stated my business. I'm still trying to get it done.
Okay, but you're still recording. You can't record in the building. Sir, we tried to accommodate your needs, and you're still refusing to record, so I need you to leave.
Mr. Bowen, as Lieutenant Bowen has already informed you, we're trying to accommodate you the best way we can. You're refusing to quit recording. Like I said, once you're back with services, it's up to them how they're going to accommodate you back there. If you're refusing to give us a little bit to help you out, we're trying to accommodate the best we can. You've been asked to leave the officer control the building, so I'm going to ask you to escort you over here to the door if you don't mind. We're going to get you off property.
I do mind. This is unconstitutional. This is illegal. And
To get any kind of business here, you have to log in, you have to follow procedures. You're not talking to anyone, you've not checked in, you're not giving us any kind of indication of what other that you want to do other than just record video report. We advise that you can voice record, but you cannot video record in here as far as the building goes. So.
but that's as per who?
As per the officer and the county's directors in control of the building.
Yeah, but they don't just make up rules. They can't just say.
But for the safety and security of the building and those that come into the building, as well as your safety and security, that is what this rule is stemming from. So you've been asked to leave, and I'm further asked you to leave. If you would set this on your order, I'd be more than happy to accommodate you any way I can if you cut the video through. If you want to voice record once you're back with the worker, I mean, that's up to the worker. Like I said,
Why do you think that there's any random worker can control me? Why do you think that any random person can?
I'm not trying to control you, sir.
You're saying that once you get back with the worker, that they can tell me to stop recording, like.
No, but you have to better come up with a plan what's comfortable for you and comfortable for them as far as your accommodations go.
Right.
I know you've got a set of accommodations that need to be.
Yeah.
Set. I understand that. But there's got to be a reasonable middle point. It can't just be one way or the other way. I mean, there's safety and security of the building, there's safety and privacy law. There's also privacy of other people involved. I mean, there is a give and take system, unfortunately. I mean, you can't.
But this is public property, right? This is public access. This is a public lobby.
Well, it's not public access.
This isn't public access.
The building.
Right where I'm currently standing.
I'm talking about going to services.
I'm talking about where I am. Right. I'm talking about where I currently am.
Once you get back to services.
And I'm talking about where I am, where I've been.
How would you like me to accommodate you?
I would like to talk to somebody who is making the determination about refusing accommodations. Okay, can we get her on the phone? Can we talk to her? Can she come down? Like, because it's nothing against you guys personally. I just don't trust people that it seems like you guys are trying to inch towards using force to throw me out. Good. I don't plan on using any kind of force. I hope you don't. Yeah, right? Yeah. And it's a big lawsuit too, so. Okay. I hear you guys' argument, but here's the problem is that you're not following the ADA. They're telling you wrong information, right? And you're trusting them. And I'm telling you, if you go off of this wrong information, it's going to hurt you, like, in the long run. You're just going to follow blindly into this lawsuit, man. And I do not want to do that. I do not want to sue anybody. I want everybody to recognize the law, look at it, and follow it, right? Or we change it, right? We get rid of it. Well, if you have an OCR, or if you want to read this pamphlet to me, if somebody will read this pamphlet to me that was given to me, I'll consider that fulfilled for this point. Okay. So I can't go back and know what because I can't remember that, man. Okay.
I don't mind that. You can record my voice. Mm-hmm. What you want to. I'll read it directly to you word for word. But I'm not going to be live feed YouTube.
Okay. Why is that? Okay. Can we go somewhere where you can read that to me? Where there's no possibility of recording anybody? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can turn video off on this. Are you good with audio? I think it's this one. Let me figure out if I can turn the camera off. But would that be an accommodation that you're willing to do? Like, to read this to me? It's the other thing is my safety, my security, right? And with where is it? What if we just pointed it, put it because the audio is coming through my headset. What if I just put it in my pocket? Does that work? Would that be sufficient? In my bag. All right. Or get in there. You're going in the pocket, people. I think that's it. Is that the right one? Okay. Oh, so you're not going to read it? Okay. I thought we had an agreement. So were you going to read it?
I got it.
Okay.
Again, this is not given to me, or was not given to me, it was given to you.
Okay.
It was given by Tamica. Give me just 1 second, I'm going to read what she gave you. Yep. Okay, basically, the headline of this is going to be effective and responsible governance in Guilford County for respect with extensive interaction with our citizens and other members of the public. However, effective and responsible governance also requires Guilford County to be aware of and protective of our citizens and employees' right to confidentiality, safety, respect for privacy, and right to orderly provisions of purposes. Guilford County must therefore balance these needs. To properly carry out the public's business means that some restrictions on public access and public conduct is not only permissible but essential. Federal and state law have recognized that the public does not have unfettered access to public buildings. The U.S. Supreme Court has noted that if it is settled a law that the First Amendment does not guarantee access to property simply because it is only controlled by the government. That is Hermione versus United States 56A 2D 739 1989. See also USPS versus Freeburg Civic Association. US 3947, 17, 1966. It says, the law of this issue was set out, secondly, by the Supreme Court in U.S. versus Drake, 461 U.S. 171. There's looked out in some circumstances, the government may ban the entry onto public property that is not a public forum of all persons except those who have a legitimate business on the premises. Those measures that address confidentiality needs, promote safety and respect for privacy, and promote the orderly provision of services would satisfy the necessary circumstances. In Hermeti Supra, the court noted that a practice is constitutional where it protects the government's orderly processes and government employees and citizens' right to be free from intimidation, undue pressure, noise, or interference. So that's what you've got here. That pretty much wraps it up. Again, the official business is what it is. You've advised us multiple times that you're here on a news story. We don't do news here. We do child protective services, food stamps, child support, registered deeds, and tax. So are you here for any of that to serve them services?
Yes, I still want to get information about those services, yeah.
What kind of information did you get from the young lady over here? Window number 1.
She helped me with the, what was it? Healthcare process. Like,
okay. So what other questions do you have at this time?
Who does the other services, and how do I talk to them?
The same way. Any information that you need to get, you could have got from window number 1.
Okay. So do I need to go back to that system again?
At this time, if you want to receive services, you have to turn your video recording off. We will make any accommodation as far as getting you to the window, getting where you need to be. We need to take notes for you. We'll do that.
Right.
Like I said, once you're, down with a worker and out of the public area.
But that's, you understand for my safety and concern.
But you also understand that the Supreme Court has also ruled on this as well.
Yes, not in the favor that you're thinking, though.
Okay. Well, at this time, I'm being asked by Lieutenant Bowen, who's an officer from Guilford County, and Tamica Allen has asked you to leave as well if you're not here to conduct business, which, if you want to conduct business, they have asked that you turn your recording off for the safety and security of the other client, Tamica.
Right. I think I've reiterated that I'm here for the business. I'm here to get information about the services, but I require to be able to take my notes about the encounter. And because of where I feel this is going, where I feel you guys you're inching closer and closer to using violence against me. Like, I hear you don't want to, but it doesn't mean that you won't, right? So I'm in fear for my safety, right? And I have PTSD, and so that's why these things are not getting shut off. Like, you understand that? Like, that's the reasonable accommodation for me, to make sure that I have 800 people, I think, trying to watch my back, right? And that's a sense of yeah. So that, for me, that's a sense of a reasonable accommodation for communication, that I know that people are watching that can potentially help me if this goes sideways, right?
What's your distrust of law?
My distrust?
Yes.
Well, because you're willing to just do something because somebody tells you, rather than use your morals, rather than realize what is.
But I'm tempted to use my morals.
Okay.
Personally, if you need me to, I will walk you to the window.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. You did that earlier. But
I told you that before.
But I right.
But you're putting your safety and security, or what you perceive as your safety and security. And I understand you've got some some things going on. I didn't ask you about your medical history. It's none of
Yeah.
But you've got to understand there's other people in here that have a right to that safety and security as well.
Okay. I get you.
So at this time, I'm going to ask you if you're not going to turn your camera on, but video recording. I'm going to ask what you do. We have been more than accommodating. I try to accommodate you. I've told you personally to accommodate you.
No, but you're refusing the accommodation of being able to take audio video notes, right? So I have memory problems, and visual system is broken. Yeah.
The whole purpose of video notes,
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting services out here.
Right. So can we go through and get services?
When you turn your video recording, get you to the counter, get you over to the seat, and when you get back with your worker, then we can accommodate you better back there. But you're not getting services out here. So if your whole purpose is to video record for the notes, you're not taking notes out here as far as your services go. Your official business here, you're not recording here. It hasn't started yet. You haven't went over here and logged back in. You haven't turned your recording off like you've been asked by the administrative building for the safety of the other clients in this building.
documenting, documenting what the public does and what public officials do on public property for matters of public interest is official business. It is, that's been ruled on. That is official business, sir. Okay. So how do we go through and talk to people about the services so that I can take my audio, video notes? That's what I'm trying to clear up, because I don't want to go over there and then get tackled. All right. But I don't. So that's why I know. That's why one of the reasons for the video. Is, okay. Well. I did give it a little bit. I put my phone in my pocket like you asked so you could read it, you know, because you weren't comfortable with that, because I still wanted to know what was on the paper. Did you read all, was it like 3 papers? Did you read all of them or just one of them? Okay. Okay. I'll take it. No, I'll do it. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I know. It's all right. I'll work it out. All right. I got it. That's the crazy thing. I was on my way out. I was trying to put this thing on, and 2 ladies said there's no recording, and we're trying to clear that up. You know, and that's what I'm still here trying to do, is clear that up, what she said. But we haven't cleared that up yet, because people were operating under the notion that you can write anything on a piece of paper and it becomes enforceable, and it's not. You know, if the paper said no blacks, would you enforce that? You know, if it said no praying, would you enforce that?
Need assistance to the door, or you get?
No, I don't need any assistance. Unless you want to help me get to where somebody can explain services and I can take notes. You want to assist me with that?
You've done been advised by somebody in your old building. That's what you're,
Okay. Drink water. I'm trying to have a good day. I'm trying to have shows, that we can come to an understanding and.
But you're not. I do appreciate your time, and I hate that we couldn't accommodate you. Try. I don't know what else we can do. So you've been asked to leave. So are you going to leave voluntarily?
Yeah, I'll leave if I can get services. I want to get the services.
You're refusing.
No, you're refusing to accommodate. You're demanding that I can't use my accessibility devices. You can't use my devices. I turn things off and you're demanding I do that in order to try to do that. And that's a refusal. You're refusing services and demanding that I leave because you're refusing to give me services. I'm still here for services.
But you've been advised that to get services while you're waiting for a worker to come get you, that you were asking you to turn your stuff on.
Right, but again, if it said no beards, and you said I can't come in because I have a beard, I'm going to have the same issue. Like, you can't just willy-nilly put something on a piece of paper.
But your beard is not going to put anybody in safety security.
If people have been traumatized with the man with the beard, they can claim that it's the same thing. It's the same watery argument that doesn't hold any weight. Sure. So you said call High Point. You want somebody else to do the violence. You're not willing to do it yourself, but you want somebody else to come do the violence. Okay. But is that the intent, to call other people with guns to use force to get me out? You tell me. I'm not refusing. I'm here to get services. If I get services and I can use my assistive devices, then I'll leave. I've made that very clear the whole time. So it's not true that I'm not refusing to leave. I absolutely will leave as soon as I can get services equal access while using my assistive devices. You guys are refusing to do that. You're refusing to accommodate. And then you're telling me to leave. And it's none of what you're doing is lawful. None of what you're doing is moral or helpful. And you know it. That's why you're stopping from doing violence yourself. You're calling for other people to do violence on your behalf. You think that it will remove you, but it's not. You're still going to be liable. You're still going to be liable. Okay. I'm trying to help you guys out. I don't believe that. If that was the case, then why not try to get somebody that knows what they're talking about? Like the people that you're talking to up the chain, they clearly don't know what they're talking about, which is why they're trying to set a meeting for Tuesday. The judge doesn't know what she's talking about. She had to get legal counsel from the state. But you guys are just following these orders of people that don't know what they're doing. It's not safe. It's not helpful. It's not moral. It's not legal. Is that you, Carter? Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? Like you guys are following directions from people that clearly don't know what they're doing. That's why the judge that supposedly is blocking entry into the courthouse said, "I don't know. We need to contact people that know." They don't know what they're doing.
Okay, this time right? I'm advising you, I'm going to advise you.
Okay, cool.
No disrespect, I understand.
Hey, Fifth Amendment, man. Yeah, it's good. That's good. Don't say anything else that's going to help incriminate you. It's not, what you're doing is not just civilly. You're not just civilly liable. You're criminally liable, right? 42 U.S.C. 1983 is the civil one, but there's also a criminal part of that for conspiracy to deprive rights. And yeah. So, but we can talk. If you just want to listen, we can talk about what you read, like the cases and stuff. So the Supreme Court said that. Okay. All right. Well, what he read from that paper, those cases saying that these facilities can set their own, they can enforce the law or stuff. It has to be lawful. You can't just put up a sign that says no blacks allowed and then enforce that. That's not lawful. Equally not lawful to say no cameras allowed. This is public access, right? You can make policy about private areas and private, where there's things like that. That's a different thing. When it's public lobby, public access, the courts have ruled on that. So you can't just, they can set their own rules and policies, yes, but they have to be lawful. can't say no praying, no crucifixes, you know. One 1,559 people, man. This guy Carter's like one of them. People around the world, you guys are watching what's happening, listening to the demand that you follow orders without any logical reason or moral backing. Just no ADA coordinator. My camera died. Kind of do battery swap on that one. I need a better system to be able to reach this without taking the bag off. So. I think I did my right one last time. Let's go middle. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you? I've been better. Trying to throw me out. So people just tuning in. We are at the Department of Social Services in High Point, North Carolina, on Russell Street, Russell Avenue, something like that. And they're refusing me services because of my assistive devices. Somebody from security said I think it's the guy to my right, he said that they don't have an ADA coordinator here. And then they're trying to find one. They found one at the court, but I informed them that's the court system, that's a state-run thing. It's the AOC, it's the administration of the court. That's not the county. And so then they trying to jump through hoops to figure out who's their coordinator. And some time passes, and they come back and say, oh, we actually do have a coordinator. It's Yvonne Moebs. And Yvonne Moebs doesn't know her job because she didn't come in and help. She went to legal department. She doesn't know what's going on because they're not in compliance. And the court doesn't even know what's going on. The people at the court, the quote head judge there, Teresa, something or other, she didn't know how to handle it. She doesn't know what's going on, and she said she needed like a week or something, 5 days, 6 days, to consult with attorneys, probably at the state or up. But she didn't know how to follow the law. And that's the chief judge over in the Greensboro County Courthouse. So I'm informing these guys that the information they're getting, their order followers are dangerous. Like the mentality of order followers is just, well, if I was given an order, then I'm not responsible for my actions. I can go hurt people, throw them out, tase them, shoot them, murder them, torture them, right? That's what Nazis did. And it wasn't acceptable. That's what I did in the military. It wasn't acceptable, right? Not justifiable. So just saying, oh, somebody else is responsible because they told me. No, you're personally responsible. You have to deal with that. Hey, this is Biggs. Appreciate that, Biggs. Crisis Channel, what's up? What dirt farmer? The update that they said they called the High Point Police Department to come out and physically remove me, I'm guessing is what the intention is, or maybe come handle the situation. Hopefully somebody there knows the law and is willing to abide by the law and inform these people of the law, because what they're doing is lawless. What they're doing is not just lawless, but immoral and not helpful. So they're refusing to accommodate. Hey, how's it going? Samuel, peace to you. Thanks for that. Down the police, Minneapolis. Otto. Yeah, well, the ADA coordinator, I don't even know if the ADA coordinator is legit, if they have any training. We put in a records request for the courthouse one. They first said there wasn't one here. At least there is one somewhere. And so we're just curious if they're actually trained or if they're just given that title and they don't know anything about the ADA. They don't know anything about accommodating people with disabilities. And they run to the legal department every time and say, hey, I don't know what to do. I don't know what my job is. And the legal department's like, just force them to do what you want. Force them to do, if you have some words on a piece of paper, it doesn't matter if it's a law or code or regulation. Yeah.
Now, proceed our law card. Please proceed to window 8.
Yeah, making up laws, making up policy and saying it's law. And Carter read me one page of the thing they handed me. And, yeah, Otto, they want to put a blindfold on the blind man. Exactly. Like, if you're blind, why do you need a camera? Well, what is the visual system? What is the eye if it's not a camera? Like, my camera clearly doesn't work. My camera is broken, you know. Then I'm just asking to be able to use a camera that does work, you know. And my memory has problems. I'm asking, hey, good morning. I'm asking to use something that records, like to document it for the memory problem. Yeah, I have to take this guy's word on it that there's somebody named Yvonne, supposed to be an ADA coordinator somewhere in the county, and that they have appropriate training, and they know that they are making a determination about what's accommodating and what's not. And it's all on word of mouth. Not actually talking to the ADA coordinator, not identifying them as a department person, department head, just this gatekeeper here that wants to bark orders and have people follow them. Hey, creator, cool. Yeah, Liberty Freak. I don't think she's an ADA coordinator. She might be a name. They may have like said, oh no, we need to assign people that position, and probably they don't have any training or current training. And yeah.
Now, serving. Please proceed to window 8.
I'll ask these guys on response time. I know we're downtown. Like, hey guys, is HPD still coming or what?
Yes, it might be a long thing.
Okay. All right. The VA person. You have a VA person in the building, right? How do we get there?
We're up around the front of the building
Mm-hmm.
first entrance there.
Okay. I'm going to talk to them and then let them know what's going on over here. But, so if HPD shows up, you can find me over there or in between. Okay? You guys got that? All right. All right, so we're going to go find this. They have a VA person here in the building. And we're going to go talk to them. So you guys aren't just looking in the hallway this whole time. And it is rainy, so we have a poncho, but we're just gonna. I hear the sirens going. So. There's a river. I'm gonna go around into the bush. There we go. All right. Yeah, he has to walk through these puddles. Yeah, he said he'd help guide me, right? If that offers on the table anymore. Furry sent you. Thank you, Furry. We are at the Guilford County Department of Social Services in High Point, North Carolina. I'm going to try to find this VA person. Got my foot stuck. All right, I'm trying to find it. And we ran into this guy. That's not cool. Hi. What office is this? Okay. You know where the they're supposed to like a BA person. Where are they? Yeah. Back out the door. I back out the door that I came in. Okay. Okay.
And you go down to the next door, it has black awnings over it.
Okay.
And you go in there and it's in that office.
Okay. All right, great. What's your name? Lisa. Okay. Can you let somebody know that tree or bush that I just ran into like needs to be either like outside or something? Like it's the branch is overhanging, so like I ran into it.
Which one?
It's in here.
That tree right
The fake one? Yeah.
I got you.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So go out to the parking lot and hang a right.
There's a walkway at the end of the and if you go to the right of it, and it's a pretty flat walkway, then there's a step off at the top of it.
Okay.
And that's just back in the parking lot.
All right, thank you. All right, so that's not it. She said follow to the right to the parking lot, and then oh my God, you guys can hear. I don't know if you can hear it. It goes bloop, 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 and it goes in the water. All right. She said walkway to the right. The parking lot. There we go. Splish splash. Draining. Drain in the rain. We gotta empty the pond. Gotta drain the swamp. All right. Puddle on my left. Security's like, we're still gonna follow them because we're watching live. Like they don't have to physically stalk me. They can just stay tuned on the live. Okay. We're narrowing. I'm not gonna make it. I'm too wide. All right. That's not it, guys. Fail. All right. We're gonna follow this side. don't know what this is about. Directions are bad. Turn it back. Doing it. Here we go. Do-do-do-do. All right. So clearly this is a down. There's a thing. So maybe there's a stairwell that we can, or a staircase that we can access. Not a stairwell, because it would be indoors. Yep. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. All right, thank you. Uphill. Okay. Hey. What's up? Trying to find the VA door. What's that? Who are you? Oh. Am I going the right way for the VA service? Alright, I'm gonna keep trying to find it. Hi. What's that? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. There's a truck about to back up. Okay. You taking me to the walkway? Okay. Thanks. Got a river. Okay. This is where the VA, the county VA assistant people is? All right. Can I go in and do that?
How you doing, sir? Hey, how are you? Good. What's going on today?
Hi.
Post on this door shows the same thing as over there, no recording.
Okay.
We've asked him to leave because he refuses to stop recording. He says he needs it for his disability. And we've asked, let him know that we will accommodate him, help him if we can, but he has to stop recording. But he refuses to stop recording, so we've asked him to leave. He refuses to leave. All right. Well,
Hi.
did you need to see somebody here for something?
I'm trying to get into the VA person. Yeah. Who are you guys?
Lieutenant Leonard, Highpoint Police.
Okay. Yeah. And your buddy?
Yeah, Officer Danny Bundy.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I mean, he pretty much laid it out there. If you're not going to stop recording, you have to leave. They can't ask you to leave. I mean, if you need to see somebody in here, can you just stop recording while you're going there?
Well, I use recording for notes because I can't take physical notes, and I have bad memory. So that's the reason for recording devices. What's that?
Do you use the VA hospital?
Why?
For your medical.
Yeah, this is not medical, right? This is like other stuff. They can help with filing things.
You're one of the VA for medical.
There's an office in here with what is it, guys? The VA. It's like a VSO.
Okay.
You know, like a veteran service organization, but it's actually at the county level.
Okay.
So.
What if he didn't record anywhere else? What he was talking to his guy? Is that acceptable?
We offered that, and he's refused it.
Is that not acceptable?
No, because
these guys have been like following me around, and you know they're calling for you guys to come out. It seems like they want to use force against me. So it's for my protection that I don't feel comfortable cutting anything off. You know, at this point. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
All right.
But that, you know, they set the rules here, and they can do that. So you
If they, okay, I hear you. If they posted a sign that said no black people, would that be enforceable?
No.
Okay, so for them to say you don't have the First Amendment right of freedom of the press and the ADA doesn't apply, that's equally not enforceable, right?
No, that's enforceable because that's their rule. They're in charge of the property.
Yeah.
If they don't do it, they should ask you to leave.
Are there any signs that say no recording out here?
Yes.
Okay. Is it codified? Right. Is it codified? Meaning, does it have a statute or a code or regulation attached to it? Okay. So it does for it to be enforced. For it to be enforceable.
That's their policy.
Sure.
Their policy.
Right.
They are posting that as their policy. But when they say, hey, you have to leave, I mean, they don't have to post a sign that says, if you trespass, you're going to be arrested.
Sure.
So stop recording or you have to leave. Those are your options.
Okay. So trespass is if you're on the property of another without permission. People are trying to come. If you're on the property of another without permission, right? And this is public.
After you've been asked to leave.
Right, but this is public property, and so this is
they are in charge of this property.
right. So it's not actually theirs though. It belongs to the public. So it's not actually, you can't be trespassed from public property unless there's a crime.
I'm going to ask you again.
Yeah.
Are you going to leave?
I'm trying to get services.
And they told you can't do that as long as you're recording.
Okay.
Are you going to leave?
I will leave as soon as I can get services. That's I'm still trying to get services.
Their policy to enter this building is
Mm-hmm.
recorded device.
Okay.
Okay.
But is that law?
That doesn't have to be the law. They are.
We're not charging you with videoing on
Okay.
You're not charged with trespass because they asked you to leave.
But they're refusing services for lawful activity.
They're saying you're welcome to come in and get services, but you have to stop recording.
Right. Which means that I don't have equal access because I need this for my disability, right? I don't have equal access.
And they gave you the opportunity to use that when you were talking to someone in an office, but you refused.
They actually said that they'll leave it up to the person in the office. I asked to do that, and then they said we'll have to figure out the person. So that's not actually true.
Okay.
So they keep refusing to deny me access. They're denying me reasonable accommodation for effective communication under the ADA. And these people here aren't the ones that can determine that. It has to be a person at a department head or an ADA coordinator. And I've asked to speak to them, and they haven't provided either of those people. They keep trying to say we have a piece of paper on the window that says you can't record, and that's not enforceable. They can't say because of this piece of paper that we can trespass you. I understand.
The fact that you can ask to leave the property, which is trespassing.
If it's a property of another, but this is public property.
And it's still enforceable because these guys are in charge of this public property. And if they ask someone to leave and they don't, it's trespassing.
They also have it posted on the wall that says no trespassing, official business. So you are here for official business.
Okay.
So they are security and company police.
Okay, somebody's coming behind you.
So that they are enforcing the policy of the company, which is Guilford County.
Right.
Do you understand that part?
Yeah, but there's a difference between private property and public property.
Do you understand that part?
Well, but private property is different than public property.
Do you understand that part, as I explained it?
No.
You don't understand that they're in charge by company police and a security officer are in charge of this facility. Do you understand that part?
No.
How do you not understand that?
Because a security guard doesn't get to dictate the rules and then choose selectively enforce them.
He is put in charge of this location by the head of the person that's in charge of this location. Okay. So he is given the rights that are posted. No cameras, wireless recording devices allowed. That's their policy.
But it's illegal.
Also, the no trespass and official business only.
Okay.
So they're not saying you can't come in this building, but you have to be here for a means of business.
Right.
Your means of business is to go to the VA office.
Okay.
Okay. So you have a means to be here, but the other side of that is their policy is no recorded devices. Okay.
But that's not enforceable. That's what I'm saying.
It's not enforced. Nobody's saying that. You're not. Are you understanding that we're not saying that?
But they are. They're trying to tell me to leave because of the recording devices, and that's not a reason for trespass.
So
you know.
So they said that also that if you wanted to talk to the VA, if you're using it for a disability purpose, okay, then if it's the lobby or whatever, wherever the VA office is, once you get to that location, then using the equipment
to assist your disability,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. That's that. They don't have no problem with that.
Okay.
You understand that part?
But I get that. But what I'm telling you is that according to the Americans with Disabilities Act, the federal law on this, the security guards don't get to dictate that. They don't get to determine what is reasonable and what's not reasonable
Where do
accommodation.
you have it written down?
If you can look it up. No, I don't have it on paper because I don't use it. Yeah, I can get it digitally if you can. But it's the Americans with Disabilities Act. It has to be a department head or an ADA coordinator, which I've been asking to talk to, and they were refusing to do that.
So they're given their jobs.
Sure, but they're told by people that first he said right, and first he said they didn't have an ADA coordinator here, and then I don't know, 20, 30 minutes later they did.
I just want to tell you, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you're doing.
Hey.
Much obliged.
Yeah.
It's over with.
Yeah.
I love y'all. You're still my brother. Whatever happens, hey, we still gonna love y'all. But I appreciate everything you're doing.
All right.
Keep it up, bro.
Thanks, man.
Hey, and I'm doing all the necessary calls I need to do to get people on this.
All right, thanks. Yeah, there's like 1,500 people watching all over the world. What's going on right now? And the people, this is the people's building, right? Is that correct? This is a public building? Is it public open to the public access?
Well,
it's not a restricted area, is it?
It's where it is. Most of the areas are restricted as they are. So what I do understand is it is posted. Now we're getting to the bottom. We're getting to the bottom of it with the company police that are working here.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have as city police, we get called here for disturbance.
Okay.
What we have to enforce is the no trespass in official business.
Okay.
If they say you're not supposed to be here, that's the only thing we have to do. Now, the video recording, we have no problems with that. That's your right. That's
First Amendment, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But
there can be some restrictions on that,
there
right?
are absolutely restrictions. And, you know, the restrictions come down from the amendment to the state.
The 10th Amendment?
That makes the restrictions. Yeah. And then
I got somebody coming up.
Some cities can make restrictions. Oh, yeah, come on.
Well, you know the last word of the 10th Amendment? You familiar?
What is that?
The people.
The whole thing's the people.
Right. No, but no, the state's not the people. But that's why it's listed separately. So the last word of the 10th Amendment is the people, meaning the people can change any of this stuff, and we can say no more.
You can't change it on your own. You have to.
Right. That's why there's thousands of people watching.
Absolutely, but it takes people steps to do things that are.
Yeah, and that's why I try to handle at the lowest level. I try to make this it's intelligible. I try to communicate, hey, it's for effective communications, the ADA. I try to provide the law. I try to tell them that, qualified immunity is out the window when it comes to ADA. So if you guys decide to enforce this, like you're liable to a lawsuit yourselves, and even criminally liable, right? So that's 42 USC 1983. There's all kinds of stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to go in, get the information I came here for, and then leave. And do it with my assistive devices. And the people that are preventing me are violating federal law. They're violating state law because if I want any records requests, they're not going to let me record that. Like,
who are you here specifically to see? Disability coordinator?
Whoever is in, I don't know the name. It's the VA person.
Okay. Okay. All right.
The lady's here, the VA office is here to escort you in.
Okay.
We're going to escort you in the building, and she's right in here inside the door for you.
Cool.
Anything else from us?
I don't need you guys. Like they're the ones that call.
But do you need anything else for while we're here?
No. I mean, if you guys want to research the ADA and.
Well, I'm familiar with it. I have two prosthetic legs. I know all
okay.
about the ADA.
All right. Yeah. Well, they're not the determiners. It has to be a department head or a coordinator, and so that's why I haven't talked to that,
I know what you're talking about.
So they're trying to enforce stuff on their own.
All right.
All right. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Nah, I'm gonna stand. Thanks, though. Okay. Do you work with the VA?
Yes, I'm a veteran service officer.
Okay,
My
cool.
name is Tracy.
Okay, hi. Mike.
How are you? I'm Tracy.
All right. A little wet, a little cold. a little confused by the people with guns being called out, not letting me come in. Okay. Do you guys, do you know who the disability coordinator is for the building?
I do not.
Okay. I'm trying to talk to the disability coordinator, and I figured if anybody would know, it would be the VA that helps with disabled veterans,
Well, we help. We have a director. We're one location. Well, we're one service, two locations. We have Greensboro location. Our director is in Greensboro.
Yeah.
So, but we can help you with any type of disability claim.
Okay.
But I feel better talking to you.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to talk to you about everything because this is an open space. People come in through here,
Yeah.
do business, and your business is private. So I'd rather.
I'm fine. I'm completely open. I think there's like probably 1,500, 1,600 people listening to me right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. We're just trying to make sure that this building is equally accessible to people with disabilities, and they're preventing that. And I want to know if the VA department with the county is going to try to help them come in compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically why I want to talk to them.
Well, we can take down the information you want to give us.
Okay.
Because I was not privy,
Yeah,
you
sure.
know,
I'll give you.
all of that.
I'll give you a couple cards.
Okay. I got him. And since I was not privy to the initial thing, we'll take your statement and find out what's going on.
Cool. Great. Yeah. See if maybe the veteran side of the county will help stick up for disabled veterans.
Okay.
You know. Or just disabled people. They don't have to be veterans. You know.
Yeah.
Anybody. Okay. Sure. Okay. I still prefer to stand. Okay. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you witnessed it. Sure, please, yeah. Yeah. You feel free, yeah. I think I came here. Okay, yeah. I got a basic idea, because this is new to me. Like, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that the county had a VSO, you know. So, I'll give you contact information there, yeah. More people know me by the Blind Justice name than anything else, so. I think it's the 12th, right? Is that right? Oh, it's the 13th. Whoops. Yeah.
He wants us to talk to the commissioners and other people as to what has transpired and what was done to him, to where he was not able to get in to see us, because all he wanted to know is, do we have enough services that will help the disabled veterans navigate the building and get into the building?
Right.
Am I correct?
Basically, yeah, they're preventing me equal access to some parts of the building because I use recording for my communication assistance, like under the ADA, like I have memory and my eyes don't work, so, or they don't work as they should. Yeah, and because of that, they're denying me access, they're denying me equal access, and I didn't know from the veteran side, because I know there's a department over here. It took me a while to find it, but, yeah.
Remember the last time it came, you had everything that you have on.
Yeah.
And you didn't seem to have any trouble.
Right.
So I don't know what transpired.
Yeah.
Because he did not have.
I didn't have the same issues, yeah.
Right, he came right on in.
Yeah.
And, I helped him, I walked him to the door, I told him what services.
Right. No, you're great.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was a done deal, so I don't know what has happened this time.
Yeah.
That time.
I think they're saying because the other side of the building is more private, or the nature of their services is more sensitive, you know. Right. Right.
So there are people that are coming into the building and receiving services, and I think the concern is recording of the people.
Sure, I understand that.
The open area. Now, once you get into a room like this, I can't see why you would be denied access. I really don't mind you recording. Sure. Because I'm not giving you specific, sensitive information on someone else. I'm talking specifically to you.
Yeah.
So if you want to put your information on TV, it's up to you.
Right.
But I do believe because of the open area.
Yeah. Well, the open areas, it's public areas, right? The public lobbies, public hallways, they're open to the public.
They also
And so there's no expectation of privacy in public, and that's right. And that's what I was trying to explain to them. So them just putting a piece of paper on the wall that says no blind people, like they can't kick out blind people. That's just clearly discrimination, right? But it's essentially what they're doing by saying no recording, because I use this for my notes. I use this for my memory problems, right? So they're essentially saying no blind people. That's what that sign is. At least that's how they're enforcing it. If you use assistive devices, no blind people. Yeah. Yeah. That is what they're denying me access because of my disability and the aid they use for my disability.
Well, the part
right?
that I caught was that he was just saying for entry into the building to get to my office,
Mm-hmm.
if you would turn that off. And I'm just telling you what I heard in the exchange.
Sure.
That he wanted you to just turn it off while you were coming to see me, and if you wanted to turn it right back on while you were receiving the services for your memory, then that would be perfectly fine. But it's just, coming, walking. But
that's the problem is they don't get to really dictate, all these things, right? Because one, it's illegal, two, it's immoral, and it's not helpful. I understand they have concerns for people's privacy, but it's a public, open lobby. So the reason I'm here talking to you is I want to know if the Veterans Department here in the county is interested in sticking up for veterans' rights, for sticking up to make sure that not just veterans, but all people with disabilities have equal access to county buildings, specifically like your guys' services and any other services that may happen to be in the building, right? Sure. Oh, is that fast? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Which is Guilford County, is interested in, did you say protecting veterans?
Yeah, essentially. That's fine. And it's not just veterans, it's people with disabilities, Because as far as I know, that's like your guys' whole job, right, is to help veterans that may need assistance, including disabilities, right, find the right assistance. And so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just equal access yes. Yep, equal access to public facilities and public services. Yes. Yeah. I don't need to have 4 people with guns block me from coming to get services unless I cripple myself further, right? No, they didn't say that. So, yeah. Oh, I mean, technically they blocked entrance. Yeah. Yeah. They blocked me from entering the public building to get services. Sure. Yeah. I did. Yeah, I told the security before I left the other side of the building, and then they blocked the door, and then the HPD reinforced their blocking of the door. That's in a nutshell. Like, yeah. If you guys have questions, you can email me. Not necessarily. I do have a video though. So yeah. Well, hopefully there's not a bad side. But everything that you presented me so far has been helpful and good. So thank you for that. Thank you, Tracy. And Michelle, appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Any issues until this situation.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be, right?
I understand, but
Yeah.
until we can get it resolved,
Yeah.
the best thing I can do at this point is to come in and work on it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Cool. All right. Appreciate that. All right. All right. Do you think? Okay. Cool.
As well.
Do you think they're still stalking around the corner? Thanks. You too. Okay. Yeah.
Be careful, it's kind of wet out here.
Yeah, there's a few little creeks I had to jump, getting like here, right here.
Yeah, that's water.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. I see it.
You can hear the difference in it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Tracy. All right. All right, people. So, do you think they're still lingering around? Yeah, exactly. All that paper will be shredded. That's it. All right. Man, all my batteries are dying on me. We've been on here for a while, people. Yeah, I think they're ready for MI6. Do I smell them? Do I smell them hanging around? That was funny. Oh, man. I do not smell them. Let me, let me figure out how to put this stinking, what is it? Poncho on. Boom. I'm gonna poke my head out of it, though, because, it's gonna ruin my hearing if I don't. I'm trying to hear through the bag. Hello. All right, now you guys are rolling blind. Ah, let me get you out. All right, let's go for a little. He's gonna go. This building is weird, by the way. All these little hang-ups and river thingies. So I think we've clearly documented that they're willing to use violence to enforce something that's not law. I don't know if the HPD is still lingering around or not. Carter, you're listening. We're gonna have to be back until we get this thing fixed. And supposedly there's a meeting tomorrow. Oh, hey there, friend. Got caught up on that. An ADA issue. And we're Liberty Free, Furry, what's up, guys? Guys and gals. Said to do that shop. Should we go? There's a Krispy Kreme not far. Should we go ahead and pick Krispy Kreme up? Oh, man. All right. Puddle. Yeah, we exposed that they don't have an ADA coordinator. expose that they claiming some person named Yvonne Moebs is the ADA coordinator. Once they said they didn't have one. First they said it was the county courthouse, which is just up here, people. Like literally it's a block away. Up here at this intersection on my right. But there's also some other county stuff up here. Let's go find out. Yeah, right? So, just ran into this guy. Whatever this is. Leaning. Get over. Sometimes you can push him back. Leaning over the walkway. Can you guys see what it says? If not, we'll get both sides. There you go. Overhanging the sidewalk. That's a city thing, most likely, because it's a city road, I think. Hello, Kyle. Well, what kind of road sign? Yeah. All right, so this intersection, get a guard dog. I'm working on getting a guide dog. And there's not many that are hypoallergenic that they accept in the guide dog training. So may walk around with a poodle. But bum. All right, let's see, button. Oh, it's a button, people. If there is, it's hidden. All right, the traffic's going. So we're gonna go with traffic. We're gonna cross the road. Hang on to your butt. Flattered live on YouTube. Untimely demise. All right. And if I remember right, this is the post office, and the courthouse is across the street. And somebody's going, so we're gonna go. So you typically want to go with the opposite traffic, like that. Yeah, we're not quite there. So when the opposite traffic is moving, then you kind of have a block. You have like a traffic block of people turning left. You know, because if people from behind me from the intersection wanted to turn left when I was crossing, you know, they may not be looking at me, but they might be looking at the light or the vehicle traffic. But when you go with the opposing traffic going, then you have kind of a traffic block for you. Thanks, Ken. Whoa, hey there, puddle. All right, we got more county buildings nearby. Now this is the court where Patricia Dixon is supposed to be hiding. The ADA court here. Bum, 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 bum. All right. I need to find a toilet. Hey, how's it going? Do. So there's a seal over here somewhere, and then the courthouse is off to my right, past these barriers. I think it's meant to keep, like, vehicle traffic out. But I'm not sure exactly what's over here. I think. Yeah, that's a bus stop. All right. Let's find the entrance over here.
Where you trying to go, sir?
What building is this one?
The health department?
Yeah, where's the entrance for that?
Okay. Can I just hold him?
All right, I'll walk. I can hear you pretty good. I'll walk with you. This way?
All right, I'm gonna put you underneath there. You go
Huh?
straight.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the end, you make that left. And there's
Great.
no way.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day. Time people out for. Is it the health department, right? Appreciate that. Cool, thank you. Whoa. All right, thanks. Hi. I'm all right, how are you? Is this the health department?
It is, but you can't get your way in here.
Oh, why is that?
What's in U.S. What's in U.S. over at DSS?
Why do you say I can't video in here?
You've been over to DSS video.
Who are you?
I'm Officer
Little? Okay. So why do you say that I can't video in here? This is the health department, right? Okay. Cool. Okay. Here we go, people. Now we're at the health department, Guilford County Health Department in High Point, just a block away. Yeah. Is there a public bathroom I can use? Where is that? To my left? And then turn right or left? Turn right? Okay. All right, I'm going to have to put you guys on pause here. Pablo Escobar. All right. You said to the right. I'll take the left. This it? Doesn't sit right. Sit back here. Sit back here. Is it through this way? To my left or your left? This way? All right, figure it out. All right, that sounds fun. Warning. I'm gonna pick the right one. There we go. Yes. All right. I'm gonna pause you guys. I don't know how to pause it. How do you pause? All right, the only option I'm hearing is finish. I'm gonna hit that, and then I'll pick another one out when they come out.